Oh, welcome back everybody. Today I am going to be sifting through my worm compost in this Dalek I've got here. It's probably been a couple of weeks since I did the last filming of it, and it's ready now to be harvested. So with the sun out, it'll help the worms move down through down to the bottom, and it'll make separating them a lot easier. If you want to stick around and see how I harvest my compost, just keep watching. So I'll just set up a table here, just close to our workstation. So, yep, don't want to be carting it too far, so just scooping it out of there, popping it on the other end. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit at a time because the weather is a little unpredictable. I think we are expecting some more rain. So I'm just going to put a pile on the table here, and I'll just let that sit out in the sun just for 5-10 minutes and see what I can scoop off the top, and hopefully we'll be able to separate the worms pretty easily. We're not too labour intensive. Well, I only pulled out about half a dozen scoops of the compost, and I just have that many cocoons in there. It's just going to be impossible to get them all out. So I don't know if you can see clearly here, just in this scoop, there's lots of different cocoons in there. There's different colours. They don't just come in different colours, that's the different stages of them. So when they're like quite a light yellow, that means they're only still quite young. Then you'll go to a little bit more of a sort of an orangey colour, and they're still maturing in there. And then you'll get to the darker ones, a bit more like quite dark, like a colour of the red wigglers. So, well, they're just about ready to hatch. So just in that small scoop, you'll be able to see how quickly your worm population can increase. So each of these little cocoons can actually hold roughly about 7, there's always a variance of what people say are in the worms, but at least about 7 worms in each one. So I've got all those worms here, so if I had, say, 10 cocoons there, that's another 70 worms. And that way you can definitely see how quickly your population will explode. Because there is quite a lot of twiggy stuff still left in here, it's just bigger stuff that will take a bit longer to break down. Looks like I will have to just start sifting through. Maybe leave a comment down below of what's the coldest you've had so far. So it's really fascinating to see that all this carbon, food scraps, can turn into this just in a matter of a couple of months. Didn't actually put any worms in this bin. These have all just wandered in through my other garden beds and have just wandered over because they know where organic matter is breaking down, so they'll make their way there, and so they have just thrived in here, increased their population, and they had actually started moving across in here. Even if I dig down just a little bit, I should be able to hopefully find some. That looks like just a nice little baby one that's just moved in. He might have even hatched in here. Of course, you get a few slugs in here and other bits and pieces. Yep, there's a couple of nice worms here. See how big they get? They'll get better than that, but well, it's kind of like I've made this job a lot bigger than it needed to be. Just trying to sift out the worms just to sort of see, you know, the vast majority of worms and cocoons that I have. but it's just causing me a lot more work. But I'm just interested to see, and yeah, so I'm just letting it all sort of dry a little bit more, just to let that sun on it. The sun keeps going in and out today, so it's just a bit hard to get it to dry out. So yeah, and this one here is I just separated it through this little mesh thing here. It's just the holes are a bit bigger, so I can I was just separating this tub over here with all the twigs and that in it, just that bigger stuff. So I just thought I'd show you the end result. It's just worms galore in this little tub here. It's just an abundance of worms in here, and cocoons. Yeah, certainly a lot of work going into separating them. At the end of the day, they're all going back in the bin. And I ended up with, what have I got here? One of these tubs. I think these are a 45 litre tub, so that one's almost full. I've just kept that part separate, this one here. So I reckon it's about probably 20 kilos in there. Oh, sorry, 20 litres. I'll keep that for seed raising mix. And I just got a couple of, these are 12 litre buckets, so it's probably say 20 litres there. So if you like this video, consider subscribing and maybe give it a thumbs up on your way out. That would really help my channel. And leave a comment down below if you've got any questions. Yeah, I'm happy to answer them. Okay, until the next video, thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.